Hello Stamper, welcome to Richie's video. I'm Franz Martin, independent demonstrator with Stampin' Up. Well, today I'm going to show you how to do a turtle car. This one here was sent to me by Karen Ramos for my birthday, and I thought, oh, that is so cute. So I started looking at that and I was like, this is retire, and I think this was the ornament punch. I'm not sure. So I'm going to show you what I came up with. I was inspired by her, and to be honest, you're going to see I'm using quite a bit of different stuff. So it's just sometime if you don't have the stuff, we can sometime manage with something different. So first thing you're going to need, it's a piece of cardstock that measure 8.5 by 4 1/4. You're going to score at 4 1/4. So you're going to have exactly a square card of 4 1/4 by 4 1/4. Now you're going to need another piece of 4 1/4 by 4 1/4. Now on the envelope punch board, you're going to put the edge right at 1 inch. Make sure it stays straight there, because sometimes if you're just in the groove, you want to go sideways. So just make sure it stays straight at the top and right at the 1 inch there. Oops. Punch. Move it at 3 1/4 and punch. Turn it around at 1. So we're going to do the same thing on all 4 sides. And then at 3 1/4, turn 1. So you start at 1 and then move it at 3 1/4 and do that on all 4 sides. It's kind of simple after you're gonna say, I can do that. Really, with the envelope punch board, it's a quick turtle. Now I could have taken this here and mark it and cut it, but for me, I find it easier if I go back here and just do, oops, and then again. So I'm doing the same thing than I did on the card. This one, it's a little bit easier to punch because you just get one layer. The other one, I had to put quite a bit of pressure on it because I was cutting both layers of the folded card at the same time. So you see this one go quite a bit faster. Oops, is it punch? Yes. So now we are done with the envelope punch board. Now this here, we get a new embossing folder in the occasion catalog on page 47. And it's the hexagon dynamic texture. And that's another one like the cable knit that it's super, super thick. Some people like to spritz their paper with water first. Me, I just leave it the way it is and put that right here. We're going to close this. Make sure it's right the same width, about a little bit, but it's okay. And close this. Now we're going to bring the big shot. And with those humongous, oops, I am so sorry, I hit you there. With the big embossing folder, you're going to put your platform. You're going to put your embossing folder with your paper and then a clear plate. You do not put 2 clear plates like a regular embossing folder because they're very, very thick. Now let me remove this. Et voila. Like I said, you can spritz some water and it's going to give even more depth to the paper. For me, my big shot, I think, it's working good for me. So I leave it that way. Now we're going to take this here and we're going to do the trimming, like I said. And I didn't have to pass this one on the board. Like I said, I could have marked that, mark, and go with it, cut it. I find it easier just to cut it and then come here and just do a little bit of trimming. I find it easier. Depends what you like. It's no right and wrong when it comes to crafting. I'm off a bit here. Turn this around. Here we go. Now we're going to take a sponge and get some glue here. Here we go. And we're going to do a bit of sponging and a bit of tapping. So what I done, I'm using very simple, really. I'm using one ink pad, one stamp set, and one folder, and then the bunch board. So what I done is just color a bit, because I want the shell to be darker. And she done it in the old olive. I'm doing mine in the crumb cake and soft suede in the ink, crumb cake in the paper. And because we get the snapping turtle or whatever the turtle here, and when I walk a lot of time, I say a lot of time, not that a lot of time, once in a while I see them out loose, but then if I go right at the dock here, then I see them on the water most of the time. So it's kind of cool, and they're in the brown color here, so that's why I did brown. Now I'm going to take the ink pad. Again, this is soft suede. I'm just going to tap a few places. I don't want all of it. I just want a bit that I get different texture and different color. Voila. Now I'm going to remove this here. And oh no, we got a bit more sponging to do. Now we're going to sponge the feet. Let me bring back the ink pad here so it's going to go faster. And what I done for the, I just sponged the front of the card, and then the inside we're going to do both sides. I didn't sponge the back of it. So here we go. Okay, so this is going to be the front of my card. Then open this up and then do the four legs. You can do, you know, the inside, the front, and the top, whatever you prefer. That's what I did on the other one. I'm going to do it again. Okay, going to flip this way here. Here we go. Help a lot when you put more ink on the sponge. Here we go. So now the sponging is done. I'm going to close this. So this is the back of my card. See, I didn't sponge it. It's the back. Now we're going to take this and glue this ear. Oh, make sure you go in the right direction. This way. But before we do that, we have to do our face. So the beak or whatever, the neck is just starting to come out. You know, those turtle can put their head away, out. It's kind of cool. So I'm using the punch, the flower, it's not the flower builder. It is, I'm blank again. I'm sure it don't surprise you, right? It is, oops, just passed it here. The punch that we are using, it's this one, Blossom Builder. So we're using the Blossom Builder on page 188. And I'm using the bigger petal in this, okay? Now this here, I just sponge it a bit. Want to keep it lighter in the center there. Okay, we're going to glue that right here at the edge. I'm using my fast fuse here. Make sure it don't go in the back. And the side that you see kind of the scallop edge, I put that right at the edge in the center here. That is it. And you know what? I could add a little bit more dark there. Here we go. Now for this one, because it's all embossed and that, what I done, I use Tombow glue for that, and then it gives me a chance to that I can move it. Tombow glue, when you have to place a two piece together, Tombow glue, it's kind of my best friend for that, because it gives you the chance to move it around before it bond together. While with fast fuse or snail, after it touched the paper, it's pretty much bonded together. So this way, it gives me the chance to move it around. So I can put it here. And if I would have to move it around like here, I need to cut the top a bit. It gives me that chance to move this around. So that's why Tombow glue for any piecing like this, it's great. Then just mount that good. I use Sharpie marker and I color my pearls. So the only thing that when you do a Sharpie marker, let it dry before you put your finger on it because it would leave your impression. Now I decide to, instead of pearls and Sharpie marker, the enamel dots, that's what I decide to use. And I wanted to give him some green eyes. So let's see what our turtle gonna look like with green eye. You know, I got a tough time doing the same thing twice, so I'm thinking, okay, what can I make different, you know? Okay, I lost the whole back here. Let's see this one. Okay, I got difficulty here. The paper, let's see. I'm gonna have to check what I did wrong there. Here we go. I don't know if those one was defective. I'm going to check that. If they are, I know Stampin' Up going to replace them. Here we go. So now we get green eye. It depends what you like. And I'm sorry I'm shooting this video at night because I had to do some stuff and these are no video this week. So here we go. So now we got that. Inside, I'm using one of the new set on page 5, Balloon Adventure. So I'm using this set. I wanted Party On. It's your birthday, Party On. And that I had stamped that again with soft suede. So we're gonna, let's put that right here. Let's make sure, okay. It's your birthday, and then let's do Party On. Let me just wash that so I can put the other one there. Not get my ink all dirty. It's not like they're clean right now, but help a little bit would be good. And Party On. Voila. And then the Party On, you see it's kind of open. Those letters are kind of open. So I just used my Pierre Pizzazz marker. And I just went just touch it. I mean, you don't have, even if you go on the side a bit, it is okay. Here we go. So now you get an easy way to do a turtle card. Would be awesome for kid, even anybody really. So this is it, my friend. Thank you so much, Karen, for your inspiration. Now I turn this to this. So I think it's awesome. Thank you. And again, for all your Stampin' Up product, just click on the eye. And that's going to bring you to my blog. You can shop from there. And you're going to have all the supplies list for this. Have a lovely day, my friends. And thank you.